Hi, welcome to another episode of Hands On. We are at our out of control farm. It's overgrown, it's wild, it's green, but it's neglected. We are located in northern India in the state of Haryana, and this farm is just under an acre. We see all the four seasons in our area. Starting April, we see 3 months of really hot summer, followed by rains or monsoon, 3 months, which is where we are right now, and that's why you see everything is overgrown, lush, and out of control. And then it is followed by 3 months of winters, and then a short spring of 2 months. You already know that I am an army brat. I have grown up in cantonments all my life. This is my cantonment. So, this cantonment, the farm, has three levels: the upper level, the middle level, and a lower level. The upper level has this main building, which we're calling the fort. Here in the middle farm, we have the first building, which we're calling the barracks. And you saw a glimpse of this in the first episode. And right behind me is the third building. Again, you saw a glimpse of that in the episode 1. That we are going to make our workshop. And we are calling it the armory. And rightly so, because it will have all the tools, our weapons. We are also very lucky to have some fruit trees. So right behind me, this is a citrus tree. I think a Mosami sweet lime tree. And then on that side, we have 6 amla trees, gooseberry. And then at the far end, we have 3 jamun trees. But right now, none of these trees are fruiting or flowering. This was the season for gooseberry and jamun, but none of that happened because I think all these trees are in survival mode. They have been neglected and haven't received any nutrition or care for the last so many years, and they are in survival mode. So that is also something that we hope to fix, and next year we should have bounty of fruits, God willing. Okay, so I hope on that note you are ready for the fix, because I am. So let's begin. I arrived at the farm alone and at a leisurely pace around the noon and parked inside. Both of these are rare privileges, you see. I wanted to start doing something today at the farm. Anything, but just to make a start. Brought some tools and basic repair material along. Everything was new. Didn't know where to start, what to expect. I was going along with my gut and common sense. Everything took time. I had to make multiple trips to carry the stuff inside from the car. I even had to figure out my drinking water, coffee, snacks. Plus, shooting video for every step myself was all new to me. That's why the camera is all over the place sometimes. I was a noob at this. Anyway, the first logical job seemed like fixing the door. The door of the main building, the fort, which was in the best condition of the lot of the buildings. Then I could be able to leave my stuff inside the fort, lock it, and so that we don't have to carry tools, supplies, and all these things back and forth from the farm. There are 4 doors that open outside on this building, 2 in the front and 2 in the back, just like the emergency exits of an aircraft. This door is in a bad state. It is literally coming apart. It was probably forced open by the vandals, as all the other 3 doors are still locked and the keys are missing. As soon as you enter inside, there is the kitchen. Let me show you a quick glimpse of the kitchen. It's in a bad state. The sink, all the taps, fittings are all missing. The cabinets are missing. The lower cabinets are all termite infected and rotten. It's very dirty and there's trash. And then the electrical fittings or all broken or missing. Nothing that we can't fix eventually. Anyway, back to the door fix. I first cleaned the passage as there were just too many cobwebs. I should have brought a mask as there was too much dust, and I made a mental note about it. Then I started figuring out how to fix the door with the limited tools I had. And the situation was made complex by the fact that there was no electricity at the farm. I first realigned all the parts of the broken door, and that took a lot of hammering and banging to put it back in place and back in shape. I missed my ear protection too, and I made another mental note about it, although I couldn't already remember what the first mental note was about. It took me a long time to get the door realigned. I then reinforced all the joints with these very strong metal strips that are actually meant for mounting cabinets on walls, and these are left over from our house build, and these were coming in really handy now. I always try to reuse, reclaim, and recycle stuff. I was trying to do and making sure that most of the repair was being done from the inside so that no one can mess with it from the outside. I then moved the outside door handle slightly away from the edge because it was too close to the edge and very difficult to grab and pull, especially since the door wasn't so smooth. Now we needed a latch so that the door could be locked from outside. And since this is the back door and originally I think it was only locked from the inside with a deadbolt, we needed a latch. I used a reclaim latch. Then I marked the location where the holes needed to be drilled to put the four flathead bolts that were required to secure the bolt. And there would be nuts on the inside so that it can't be opened from the outside. Eventually, I had to put some more wooden backing to make sure that the lock was aligned to the hole in the frame. I wasn't able to video that part. Noob cam, you see. The door will be replaced eventually, but for now it was functional, sturdy, and lockable. Now that we had locking facility of the door, I decided to finally carry the chairs from the car to the fort. I was waiting till the last minute just in case I wasn't able to fix the door and make it lockable. In this shot, you can see my body drinking coffee before the next job. This is all handiwork of the noob cam that I was telling you about. Anyway, it's a new day at the farm today, and I brought some more farm specific tools and some cleaning supplies. It was so good to see my handiwork and very satisfying to open the latch of the back door that we had fixed. Today's first task was to try and open the three locked doors that I was telling you about. Two of these doors open to the front, and one was an internal door that leads to a part of the fort that we have not seen so far. First, I thought these doors are all locked and the keys are missing, but on looking closely, I figured they were just engaged and the handles were missing or stolen, and that is why there was nowhere to just twist and pull them open. So I did some fiddling and peeping inside to see how I could disengage the lock and open the door. I managed to open the first one pretty quickly just with the long screwdriver. And it was wonderful to finally open a door that has probably been shut 15 to 18 years ago. Then I tried to open the second door that opened to the front, but I couldn't do that as it was properly locked and the key is really missing. That must be the door that was originally used to lock the building, and therefore it was securely locked. I couldn't film that part. Noob mistake again. Then I moved to open the third locked door that led to the part of the building that we had not seen before. After a lot of wrestling and playing peeping Tom, I was able to open it by jamming two screwdrivers tightly into the slot where the handle would have been, and twisting it and pulled it open. It took a long time, but it opened, and I was elated and looking forward to see what was inside. It was kind of creepy also, since I was all alone, not knowing what I would find, and this was the first time that we were going to see what's inside. And lo and behold, we did find a body, albeit that of a dead reptile, thankfully. This part of the building was better preserved. There was lesser dirt, lesser number of cobwebs, and therefore spiders. The switches were more intact, and the floors were cleaner than the rest of the house. And neither the cows or the vandals had gotten to it, I think. The cupboard was the same story. It was all termite laden and will have to be replaced. The walls were cleaner, lesser number of cobwebs, but the electrical fittings were all missing. Switches were there, but the fittings were gone. I was hoping that there would be a fan or a light fitting there, but that was not there. And then we saw the interesting access from this room to the two overhead water tanks inside. I think one is for the bathroom and one for the kitchen. Talking about the kitchen was equally bad. It was very similar to the first kitchen we saw on the other side of the house. The sinks missing, taps missing, cabinets missing, electricals missing, and this one had another strange black burn mark on the wall. Thankfully, the electrical panel was intact and nothing was missing. Like on the other side, where the complete front panel of the electrical box was missing and the wires are hanging loose. Finally, we were able to open the fourth door. That is the back door that opens outside the building. That had a deadbolt from inside. This door is parallel to the door that we put a lock on earlier. The bathroom was a revelation. It had a full size bathtub, but the sink was missing. And wait a minute, where was the pot? The king's throne had been stolen, it seems. Who steals a WC, man? The mystery of the missing sink, taps, and also the missing throne is deepening. I haven't been able to solve that one yet. I am sure we will get clues going forward and we'll be able to solve that mystery eventually. Anyway, we made some real progress today, and we now have access to all the parts of the building at the farm, and also the main building is lockable, so we can actually start bringing and keeping some stuff here. I would like to say it was a good day and we conquered the fort. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode as much as we enjoyed kicking off the fix at the farm. So this takes a lot of time and effort, and it would really help if you would all subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications. Also, please share this video as much as possible with friends, family, and like-minded people. And also like and comment. That helps us too. See you next time. Bye.